Dear Mr. Prime Minister, dear ladies and gentlemen, Russia and India are connected by bonds of strategic partnership, but let me know that these bonds are of great trust. I'm pleased to say that our partner is achieving great results because the rate of economic development of India is the highest in the world. And of course, it cannot be achieved but for the efforts of Mr. Singh and his government. It allows us to achieve concrete results in bilateral relations. Today, we've held very substantial and constructive dialogue on almost all areas of our cooperation. But of even greater importance was the preparatory work carried out by our experts in preparation for today's. Due to this joint work, we managed to achieve the signing of a number of important documents, and you witnessed with your own eyes the final results of this work. These results demonstrate our mutual aspiration to develop political dialogue, investment, trade relations, scientific and technical cooperation, people-to-people contacts. Throughout these 65 years since the signing of the agreement on establishing diplomatic relations, our links have transformed in the special and privileged strategic partnership. In 2011, the amount of mutual trade accounted for almost $9 billion. This year, it will probably achieve the benchmark of $10 billion, and in the nearest future, we are to increase the mutual trade turnover by double-fold. Of great importance is that structure of Russia-India export and import exchanges is predominated by high-tech goods amounting to 50%. This year saw the 40% increase of exports to the Indian markets of cars, equipment, and chemicals by Russia. We agreed to facilitate investment interaction. I believe that memorandum signed today between the Direct Investment Fund of Russia and State Bank of India will create additional stimuli to expand mutually beneficial cooperation, including between small and medium enterprises. Here I'm referring to the creation of the efficient mechanism to co-finance promising investment projects with a total amount of almost $1 billion. Russia and India are implementing large-scale projects in the energy sector. Indian companies participate in the extraction of oil and gas fields, including the Far East region and Sakhalin. Mr. Prime Minister has mentioned already the successful work carried out in cooperation in the field of nuclear power and the construction of the Kudankulam nuclear power plant. Russian enterprises are working on the construction of thermal and hydropower plants to meet the energy needs of the Indian population. In August, Gazprom made an agreement for 20-year supplies of LNG with the amount of 2.5 million tons a year. The cooperation in the pharmaceutical sector is deepening. Russian company Pharm-Eco signed today, together with Indian partners, memorandum on joint construction of the modern biotechnical plant to produce medical drugs with a total investment amounting to $100 million. Sibur Holding is going to start in 2014 the production of petrochemicals in Jamnagar city, with the prospective investments amounting to $450 million. There are great opportunities for cooperation in the heavy industry. Severstal is working on the implementation of the project to construct the metallurgical smelter. It will be constructed in the Karnataka state, and the total capacity will amount to 2 million tons. The volume of capital investment is assessed at the level of $1.8 billion. We agreed to further strengthen close cooperation between Russia and India in the field of military and technical interaction. We agreed to promote new projects, including in the area of establishing joint ventures and transfer of technologies. An important step in this direction is signing of the contracts to supply helicopter equipment and supplying spare parts for the licensed assembly factories of aircraft, 230 MKA. Interregional links are developing actively. Moscow, St. Petersburg, Volgograd, Kazan, Astrakhansk, Samara regions and Altai regions are the most active in cooperation with India. This year has been rich in large-scale events in the people-to-people contacts. including the Festival of Russian Culture in India, the Days of Moscow in New Delhi, the first Pan-Russian Festival of Modern Movie and Culture of India. It is in our common interest to actively develop contacts between the nationals of our countries. India is becoming even more popular destination for our tourists. In 2012, 160,000 people visited India. We thoroughly discussed the international agenda. I would like to thank our Indian friends for support rendered to Russia in our accession to the WTO. Particular attention is traditionally attached to our cooperation in UN, BRICS, SCO, and G20. In the conclusion, let me thank Mr. Prime Minister for constructive open dialogue which took place today.
Уверен, что диалог между Индией и Россией, высокое качество наших отношений.
I'm convinced the high level of dialogue and the high level of relations between Russia and India will be preserved and developed further for the benefits of our countries and for the benefits of our people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.